most unique competitors in this league because as he gets to 10 competitively, emotionally, passionately, he's able to remain so incredibly stable mentally that he can read the game and what's necessary, for that possession, and it doesn't have to just be about him scoring. But he made some big defensive plays, and then when you have a guy you can just give the ball to on the other end, and you know that you're going to get a coherent possession offensively, it just takes a lot of pressure off your basketball team mentally. We have two of those guys. Jimmy obviously just settles us. He has the ball in his hands, but we can also throw the ball to Bam and run a bunch of different actions off of him, and it just kind of calms everybody. And that's a great luxury to have.
And then my last question in regard to the lineup, being able to, take sort of a guy who's relatively cold in Kendrick Nunn, put him in the starting lineup, it also allowed you to maintain your rotations. It seems Tyler's getting very comfortable in that sixth-man type of role. So how important was it that Kendrick stepped up early like he did, and how important is it that Tyler seems to be really fitting in nicely in that sixth-man role? Thank you.
Yeah, it's whatever really is necessary. It's familiar having Kendrick basically or Kanon in that lineup. We did that for large parts of the season last year. And as much as we can keep the continuity together, we will. But as the season has shown, we're not always able to do that. So everybody, that played had some kind of contribution in the game tonight, and that's the most important thing. Tyler is going to play starters minutes regardless, so again, it's just about him managing the narrative. But his offensive skill set we really need, and it's a great punch off the bench.
Thank you.
Next we have Tim Reynolds.
Erik, you mentioned with Kanon in there, sort of looked like. I mean, it's something you did obviously most of the way last year. 6 guys today between 12 and 24. How much did that remind you of last year? And is that going to be, the target? Is that you always talk about what's required. That sort of balance is that.
Yeah, this has been several games. That's where we have to separate things, and that's the discipline. Mentally is to be able to separate really disappointing results to the progress that we're making. Our offense has been trending. Since Jimmy's been back, it's been trending the right way. You see a lot more familiar possessions where there's ball movement, more guys involved. Our driving, attacking game is much more consistent, and guys feel a little bit more comfortable in what's expected of them.
And the play at the end, or toward the end, when Jimmy made the pass to Kelly for the dunk and the foul, people will say it was a great pass, and it was. But how good was Kelly's read on that play to see it develop? Thank you.
Yeah, and it was something that was discussed in the timeouts. The players actually were bringing that up. As they really started to clamp down and protect the paint. Yes, we were getting some open threes, but some opportunities on the backside of the defense were there, and KO read that play really nicely, and it took a lot of trust and timing to be able to execute that.
Next we have Anthony Chang.
Hey, so I know New York made, I think, 12 threes in the first half, but you guys trapped a lot today. How do you feel you guys executed that defensive game plan, especially late in the game?
Yeah, the most important thing is the commitment to defend and do your job every single possession, regardless of what's happening on the other side. And we had some possessions where they defended the heck out of us, got us into the final 6 seconds of the clock, and we didn't score, or we missed open shots, and that did not affect our commitment on the other end. So that's a step in the right direction.
All right, that's it. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Erik Spoelstra, our post-game media conference presented by Miami Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, the official sports medicine provider of your Heat. Go where the pros goes. We'll take a break, come back, look at some numbers on your Miami Heat Basketball Network.
Peace of mind